True, but second of all, even
you're
if
not entitled.
Still talking here. Even if it were true, these aren't people we have to have here. We already have our own rapists and murderers. We don't need to be bringing in more.
So you're saying that they all...
And Coulter went on Real Time with Bill Maher and stunned the woke audience and absolutely destroyed not just Bill Maher, but also all the rest of the woke idiots on this panel. Let's get into this clip here where Ann Coulter goes nuclear on these people, Bryan Cranston, Bill Maher, everybody on this panel. She absolutely shut them down and destroyed their entire woke worldview. Let's get into this clip here.
Stories that are autobiographical, and I had a very challenging childhood, and in retrospect, challenging. Didn't have a father around. There was a lot of alcoholism and drug abuse and abandonment, and you know, you're left to your own devices at a very young age, and you grow up too fast.
But that helps you as an actor.
It does, in a way. It helps you as an actor.
You have something to draw on when you have to, like, be emotional.
Yes.
Oh, my dad was mean.
Oh my God. He's drawing on it now.
I said he was a great lesbian. Lesbian. What about Dan Savage? In the years you've been writing a sex advice column, have people's problems changed much?
No. Thanks to abstinence education, I have a non-stop supply of sexually miseducated idiots who are getting themselves into trouble.
And how can Donald Trump win the election after alienating Hispanics, a key demographic, and women? Let's be honest. He's
Hispanics love him. Didn't you see the taco bowl? That was fantastic.
I love Hispanics.
I don't think this is funny because Donald Trump's campaign began with a big lie about the people who are coming here legally or illegally, accusing them of Mexico of sending their rapists, sending the murderers. Some of them may be nice people, but and that's just a big demagogic lie.
Like, everybody is having so much fun here. Even Bill Maher's still laughing at this guy because he's like, I thought we were having a lighthearted conversation. The audience was loving it. And now this guy goes on Bill Maher's show and Ann Coulter makes one comment. And of course, this guy has to get butthurt about it. It's so crazy, man. Like, you're just killing the vibe of the whole thing. We weren't being serious here. Like, just chill out, dude. You can't even bring up Donald Trump one time without these people getting so butthurt. Even Bill Maher, who is, he used to be, he's getting a little bit better now, but he used to be captain of the TDS. And even Bill Maher, right here, is laughing at this guy still. He's like, oh, you can't be serious, right? Like, you're definitely not trying to derail this conversation into a sob story about how bad Donald Trump is for the country, right? No, he is. And he's about to get destroyed by Ann Coulter here.
That was like a shot of adrenaline right into the worst of our body politic. It just inflamed.
What do you mean it's a lie? You're claiming illegal aliens don't commit murders and rapes.
That isn't what he was saying.
At no higher rate, at a lesser rate. It's a demagogic lie because you're likelier to be raped in this country per capita by people who are born in this country.
First of all, it's not true. But second of all, even
you're not entitled.
Still talking here. Even if it were true, these aren't people we have to have here. We already have our own rapists and murderers. We don't need to be bringing in more.
So you're saying that they all...
If you enjoy content like this, then make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. It really does help me out a ton. Let's get back to the video.
are rapists and murderers. So is that what you're saying?
To point to a small, to a racial minority, a marginalized community, vulnerable people, and accuse them of being the rapists.
He accused Mexico of not sending their best people, and they're not sending their best people.
We need a demagogic
sending anyone. That's a lie to begin with.
Absolutely not true. That is not true.
Really, the Mexican
so Donald Trump wants to build a wall to protect us from the people who aren't raping us.
He just said something that wasn't true. They were handing out first aid kits and maps for how to get to America. The Mexican government to the poorest areas in Mexico, and we found them and we had them. Yes, they are not sending their neuroscientists.
We need more.
They're getting rid of their problems by sending them
immigrants,
here.
not fewer.
Well, that's because you guys want your gardening done.
No, you know what? I cut my own grass.
I cut my own grass. But I want
the last time you pushed the lawnmower.
Competing with
legalizing
me and you and those of us at this table, and not competing with our landscapers and maids.
And you know
that's who's coming in.
People who are here and are not documented
and that's why he's going to get
not paid the same thing that people
Richard
are documented.
Tate, is marijuana
so
a gateway drug? I hope so.
This guy's so hurt, man. Ann Coulter is just the best. Like, nobody, I don't know of anybody who could go on these shows and have an entire panel coming after them. Like, the entire panel is against Ann Coulter here. Bill Maher, but more importantly, the other butthurt idiots over here on this show are, they're very much against her. And so is most of the audience. You could hear a couple of cheers here and there whenever Ann Coulter would speak and talk to Bill Maher, and the audience would cheer, clap a little bit. But for the majority of this show, they were pretty much against Ann Coulter. And I don't know of anybody that could go in better and not just destroy these woke idiots, but do it in a funny way, do it in an entertaining way that really gets the audience and keeps the audience engaged. Like, she just does it in a way that she's like, I don't care about your dumbass beliefs. Like, here's the reality. You know, whenever she's like, we already have enough, I don't want to say the words again that she used, but she was like, we already have enough rapists and criminals in the United States of our own. We don't need to import a ton of other ones. And they're like, oh my God, they're about to cry because they're like, oh, see, I told you, MAGA, they think that they're all criminals. Like, no, but Ann Coulter is correct. And I'm curious to see what you guys think in the comments, if Ann Coulter is correct or not. I think she's completely correct that they're not sending their best and brightest over here. And I think you have to be an idiot to think that they are. You're an idiot or you're too stupid and you got brainwashed. But either way, I mean, it doesn't really matter. You know, it's the same result either way. You're brainwashed by the mainstream media, by the machine state, to think that the people who are coming over here are actually useful to the country. I'm not saying that they're not useful to some people, because they definitely are. They're, like Ann Coulter was saying, super cheap labor, taking jobs from Americans. They're great at those things. Amazing. But they're not sending brain surgeons over here. You know, they're just not. That's just a lie that mainstream media has told these people, and they've completely bought in. Completely bought in. But we have the statistics, man. The statistics are on Ann Coulter's side. And even Bill Maher here is not pushing back on Ann very much. Like, he even knows that this is a losing battle because she's correct. And I'm very curious to see if anybody in the comments can disagree with that. Because I just don't understand how anyone can still, after all this time, disagree with what Ann Coulter's saying, disagree with what Donald Trump's saying. And I know, like, you also have to take what Donald Trump says with a grain of salt, too, when it comes to the mass deportations. Like, dude, he's not mass deporting anybody. Like, it's just not going to happen. But, you know, and now we're seeing these terrorist attacks go off with these, you know, it could be, they're saying there could be terror cells. Where do you think these terror cells will be coming in from? You know? And maybe we won't deport all these people, but at least we could have some better immigration laws, you know? So we could at least harden up on immigration a little bit. Worst case scenario. So maybe we won't absolutely deport every single one. It's probably not possible because of how horrible the Biden administration has been. But we could at least stop the problem, you know, stop the bleeding a little bit.
Oh, because I need some right now.
No, it's not. Let me just tell you, I get about 5 to 10 people a year calling me to get their kids or their loved ones off marijuana. I get
out of how many?
Well, I get 90 a day.
So 5 or 10 a year.
Yeah,
for pot.
but I get 90 a day for prescription opiates,
of course,
which gives you the balance.
Yes, and this has been a canard for decades.
But I will say, and you're probably not going to be happy about this, okay? You know, we keep getting better as a society, and the science shows now that your brain stops developing between the ages of 23 and 25. So if that's true, I'd like to see a 25-year-old age limit.
For pot?
Yeah.
Most doctors do.
I'm not invited back.
Yeah. No. I'm always for the truth first and facts first. I never heard that one. I'm glad I started late. I wasn't 25, but I was 19. That's a lot. I mean, that's not 12.
I was 12.
You were 12 when you started.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
I was 36 the first time I smoked pot.
See, you're good.
How did you start at 12?
I took it from my father.
Oh my God, it's like the
You
ad.
two should.
I learned it.
Yeah.
I did. I took it from my
You should
dad.
hook up.
Wow. Yeah. He can teach you to cry about it. Anyway.
I mean, it is true. You know, I'm not a fan of marijuana. You know, I try to push people to not smoke it just because I know a lot of you are going to get mad in the comments, but it makes you stupid. It makes you lose all ambition. It makes you lose your edge. So I just think it's kind of like every time you smoke marijuana, you're just kind of nerfing yourself. You know, how are you going to get anything accomplished if you're high all the time? But also at the same time, like in comparison to opiates and pills and, you know, lean and stuff like that, it's not really even close which one's more harmful and which one kills more people, which one has people, you know, addicted to it. It's not even really close. You know, the opioid crisis is way more pressing than marijuana. I just don't know if we should be legalizing marijuana everywhere. I think it's just nerfing the population. You're just getting nerfed cognitively and ambition wise and everything like that. But anyway, let me know in the comments you guys think about Ann Coulter going into enemy territory, going on real time with Bill Maher and absolutely destroying the entire panel. Like, she was taking, you know, people coming at her, taking shots at her from left and right, and the audience is booing her and everything like that, and she just doesn't care, man. She just absolutely stands there and just annihilates them. Let me know in the comments you guys think about this whole Bill Maher versus Ann Coulter situation.